Hello and welcome to A-Level Psychology here at Desk. I hope that this PowerPoint presentation provides an overview of what you can expect from A-Level Psychology and also how the course is structured. So for this A-Level, there are 3 exam papers. Each one is worth 33.3% and each one is worth 2 hours. And you can see here, the first one is paper 1, introductory topics in psychology. So that includes things like social, memory, psychopathology, mental health disorders, and attachment. Paper 2 is psychology in context. This is the more scientific element. So we've got biopsychology here, we've got approaches here, and also research methods, which contains quite a lot of the mathematical elements of the course. And thirdly, paper 3, which is also 2 hours in length, is issues and options in psychology. So there are specific options that we do. Issues and debates is compulsory, but hopefully the rest of the PowerPoint slides, I'll break down which ones we do, and hopefully they will be of interest to you. So for the first one, paper 1, introductory topics in psychology, each section is worth the same amount of marks as you can see here. So social influence is worth 24 marks, and we study things like Milgram's study of obedience. Memory, we learn about how we remember things, what can influence our ability to remember. We learn about eyewitness testimony and policing. Attachment, we look at here about how children develop. And psychopathology, we look at some key mental health disorders, for example, phobias and OCD. It's worth noting that research methods is worth 25% of the course. So within each of the 3 papers, there will be a research methods section. In paper 2 primarily, but research methods will be embedded within each of the 3 papers. Paper 2, so as I mentioned before, this is the one that's got more mathematical content and the more scientific elements. So we look at approaches in psychology, so we try to gather information from all of the subtopics and put them all in together and look at them from a holistic perspective. We also have biopsychology, which is neurons, synaptic transmission. We learn about neurotransmitters and how the brain works. And then research methods here has its own section that is worth double. So this is the mathematical element. It's just primarily as a bigger section in this paper, but it is weaved in throughout paper 1 and paper 3. The last paper here, Issues and Debates, as I said, will just be summarising the course over the 2 years. So we learn about things like gender, culture, and different ways of studying research. Relationships is a new module that we've just introduced this year. So we learn about virtual relationships and evolutionary explanations for relationship development. Schizophrenia, that's one of the big mental health topics that we do. So we talk about what it is, why it happens, who it's more likely to affect. And then the last one is forensic psychology. So this is looking at who becomes a criminal, Einstein's personality inventory, and just reasons for why people commit crime. So that's sort of breakdown of paper 1, paper 2, and paper 3, and each one is worth 2 hours, and they are weighted the same at 33.3%. Thinking about whether or not you're suited to the course, so if you take GCSE psychology, which some of you will, you must achieve at least a grade 6. If you don't take GCSE psychology, that's not a problem, but you must achieve at least a grade 6 in English and maths. So in terms of whether or not you're suited to the course, you need to think about, would you be interested in finding out things like why people become criminals, how we treat mental health, how the brain works, and why we forget things. So these are just some of the things that we will investigate over the 2-year A-level. What do students go on to study? So there's a range of careers that you can do with a psychology degree. Anything in psychology, so becoming a psychologist, working as a therapist. You could work in sport and exercise science. You could work in counselling, child development, the legal sector, teaching, marketing, or linguistics. And you can find out more information on the BPS website, which is down here below. If you're unsure or you want to sort of look for more information, you can always look at the spec. So the spec is the AQA spec, and it will outline everything that we study, key studies, key theories within the 2-year course. Other reasons why we get outstanding results. We've got expert teaching. We offer lots of student leadership opportunities. For example, we have Psychological Society, where people will lead presentations on things they're interested in, and we have lots of leadership opportunities within the department. And lastly, we provide exceptional speakers. which can come over. We've had Zimbardo, we've been on lots of trips, so the most recent trip was to Vienna, and we're looking at possible psychological trips for next year. So obviously we hope that you are interested in joining us at A-Level Psychology next year, but if you would like more information, please don't hesitate to contact the Psychology Department at Desk, and also you can look at the specification for more information. Thank you.